This is the part 2 of the activity 2. So we're going to answer again questions about designer babies and frozen bodies. So first, what I understand about designer babies is that there's a technology where they will put genetics to the embryo or to the pregnant woman. They will decide what traits the baby would have, what color the hair, or what color the eyes, or what traits like they will they will be intelligent or they will be creative in writing in everything. Um, these frozen babies, on the other hand, is that they will preserve the human body after death. It is a science called cryogenetics that is extremely low in temperatures. Some people choose to have their body or brain frozen after death. The body is preserved in liquid nitrogen. The hope is that future technology might be able to revive them or cure the disease that caused their death. So, a frozen bodies is that summarization. On their death, they will freeze their bodies to preserve their bodies so that they ought to believe that they would be revived in the next generation. So the main idea of the text is that both technologies challenges what we normally think is natural. So yes, it is opposing to the natural law of the earth through technology because this is very unnatural of a person to have. Um, there is no such thing of the natural existence that we will choose to we will choose what the baby's traits or what co- what the baby's color they would have, their skin, the hair type, or how the body must be preserved to be revived. That surpasses the natural existence of the earth. So the question is, if these technologies become mainstream, how would society be affected? So first is social inequality. Yes, um, social inequality. Cryo babies or designer babies or cryo babies are very expensive. If you have a lot of money, then you can and you feel that you want your babies to be like that opposed to the natural existence, then you can go for it. But it causes social inequality because only rich people can afford. And mind you that designer babies or cryo babies is what I said is opposing to the natural existence. So possible it might have um, negative effects or side effects of a baby or a people because it technology is not perfect. It is really not perfect. There is no such thing that in my belief in existence there is no such thing as dwelling the baby's personalities or traits or preserving a body to be revived in the next generation. So next is ethic changes in parenting. So parents may feel pressure to choose perfect traits for their children. So their parents will be pressured mostly because of the money, the financial status that the technology requires, and to choose perfect traits for their children. So it is really there is no such thing as as a perfect person. Even if I believe that even if it is technology based or designed by technology or manufactured by technology, there is no such thing as a perfect person. There, the law mandates all the nature um, is the core of how we live this earth. So next is discrimination. People without genetic enhancement might face social discrimination. So if this becomes a trend, designer babies, or cryo babies, they will face discrimination to those people who does not experience or went through this technology of designing a baby's traits. If this becomes a trend, it will create problems such as discriminations of the people. Um, if they grow up those designer babies, they might feel over empowered because they feel so perfect because they are manufactured by technology. It creates tension to the society. So the next question is, other technologies are challenging natural. So first of all, there is a lot of technology that is being innovated to the world, including the designer babies and cryo babies. But those aren't only the technologies that are researched. So here are the examples of other technologies that change our understanding of what is natural. So first is the artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is very new to the technology, to the society. Um, AI have the positive and negative effects, but it is a good technology if you use it right. AI has a lot of functions that people tend to use to live their life easier and effective. But if we use it too much, that we rely too much on AI or artificial intelligence, um, we we became losers. We became lazy persons because we let artificial intelligence rule our the way we think, the way we move, the way we live. And number two is gene editing. Scientists can directly edit human DNA to remove diseases or change traits. And cloning. It is possible to create genetically identical copy of an organism. Artificial organs is artificial organ or organ printing, bioprinting. Scientists can create organs in laboratories for transplant. So artificial organs is, for me, is a very useful technology because a lot of people may lose or their part of the limbs will be severed, but some of their body parts may be lost due to emergencies or due to inborn or due to accidents. So this is one way to 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 revive your body organs. What I saw in the society today is that those people who has lost their legs, um, they will tend to use the technology of artificial organs or artificial organs or organ printing. So they will create an artificial leg for them to walk continuously. And that's it.